gonna be doing some short square nails and easy nails that you can do at home. Okay. I'm going to be using the soft gel nail tips here that you see. I got these off of Shein, and yeah, you can get these too. You get about 550 in the box, and this is what they look like. Okay. Today we're going to be using Art Done gel polish along with the Miss Russo nail polish. So yeah, without further ado, I'm just going to jump right into the things of the things. Now, this is a good spring, easy spring set, okay? So you can do this at home if you want to as well, okay? So here we go. This is what the number 5. I'm going to be using the Art Done number 5 here, and then yeah, we'll just go from there. So yeah, all right, y'all. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go again. All right, here is what the number 5 is looking like. And if you joined me the other day, then you know exactly what this color looks like, or maybe not. So yeah. So making sure I don't have any little strags in the nail. And this will be a easy spring set, spring summer set. You can do this for whichever season. Or honestly, any set is universal if you make it that, but specifically since we're in spring, this is what I'm doing, okay? All right. So all of the nails will have this color as the base color. And then we're going to move on to the design, okay? All right. So here we go. All righty. I hope everyone is having a good Sunday. Happy Sunday to everyone. Hope everybody has gone to church or read your Bible, listened to your gospel. Yes, honey. Yes. All right. Now, so like I said, this will be the base color. We will get into French tips. So this whole set will be French tip, and you all can do whatever color you want um, with the French tips. But today's French tips will be white. And so I'm going to make it as easy as possible for you all to, get the art down, and then you can go from there. Hey everybody, lovely people. Yes. So the nail polish I'm using, since everyone is just joining, here it is. It's the Art Done nail polish that we used the other day, y'all. My nails all in the way. So you can screenshot. It is the number 5. And we're working with about 8 milliliters. 8 milliliters today. So there you go. So you see 8 milliliters there versus Exagi. This is their 10 milliliter bottle here. So I'm going to show you the difference, and then you all can, choose whichever one you want to, whatever brand you want to go with anyway. But here's the difference. So this is about 10 milliliters. This is only 8 milliliters. But I mean, you get a pretty good bunch for what's in the bottle. So just want to share that. I like to share the milliliters just so people can know how much they're getting. Because sometimes some brands do not come, full or whatever. So just like to share that with you all. And sometimes some brands come smaller than, the 8 to 10 milliliters. Exagi has another brand that's about 15 milliliters. So, it's up to you. It's up to you. Okay. All right, y'all. We're going to move on to this last nail, popping in a nail lamp for about 60 seconds. And then I'm going to show you all my nail that I repaired on live. But I don't know if you all caught it yesterday. So yesterday I repaired my nail, y'all, because I went to the good old garbage can, y'all, to throw away some garbage. And child, my flower came off. I was too shame. Shame, money. Shame. Anywho, moving on. I ain't shame no more because I fixed it, child. And so here we go. I'm going to show you all what that looks like as this dries alongside the brand. So here are my nails. So y'all remember the other day, shout out to the people that join me all the time. So the other day I ended up doing my nails and we added a flower, right? So my flower came off yesterday or the day before yesterday. So I was like, let me just see if I can fix it on live. So I ended up using some solid gel polish, child, and this is what it came out too. Y'all like that? Run up the hearts if y'all like that. And then this is what we did the other day as well. I'm gonna back up a little bit. So I ended up having to use my non-dominant hand to get this design down. And y'all let me know how I did because um I know sometimes y'all like to watch versus tell me, how you feeling, but I like when y'all tell me, Destiny, no, yes, maybe so, whatever, whatever, whatever. So yeah, let me know that. All right, in other news, so yesterday I ended up doing these nails on live. Something very easy, demure, sexy. Okay, want to get a little sassy. Let me know how y'all feeling about that. Run up the heart. So we got a little chocolatey spring, summer, fall set. I ended up using some Rizzy Brown or whatever, and then just junk this nail or whatever. So you all can do this too. This is a bloom nail with a little chain, and then we got a cheetah print going on, and just another chocolate easy set. Okay, so you all can do this too. I actually leave this right here so my girlies can screenshot and take the design as you will. Okay. All right. Let's go in with our second coat so that we can do our next spring summer set. All right. And so here we go. Going back in with our art done. Hello, beautiful people that are just joining. Yes, we're going to use it, y'all. We're going to use it. And I got this set off of Amazon for those of you that weren't in our live the other day. This art done polish I got off of Amazon for $4.99. I wouldn't lie to you one bit, baby. I tell you a joke, but I ain't gonna tell you no lie. All right, y'all. So y'all see that I can't even skate past it. Okay. So you see that I got something in my nail you know, in the nail. So I'm gonna just take my handy dandy tool because this is very important. And a lot of times we don't want to stop and slow down and take things out, but we have to. So I got a little lint in that polish there in there. Oh, thank you. We got some hearts, y'all. The people loving it. Yes. Honey bunches of oats. That's what I call y'all. Honey bunches of oats. Okay. Yes. Yes. The best following out there. Yes, honey. The best subscribers out there, honey. Yes. Are my people. Hallelujah. All right, y'all. So we have to take that out. So you may have to make sure that you are taking things out so that you aren't, trying to negate the fact that you have something in your nail. It pays to slow down. It pays to be attentive to your nail so that you can get a nice clean coat with nothing in it. So we remove that lint and now we have a nice smooth color. Okay, we're going to move on. Like I said, all of these colors are going to be, all of these nails that we're doing now, these short square nails, are going to be French tip. We're going to do a mix between excuse me, a mix between pink, Miss Ruio pink, and then white. I'm going to go in with some Rosalind white, okay? All right, lovelies, and you can do this too, right? Right. Ain't nothing too hard in this video. I try to do nails that are easy for you, honey. Okay, boo boo? All right, honey bunches of oats, honey bunches of oats. All right, honey. All right, so we're going to go in with a nice clean coat. We're going from the cuticle all the way down to the tip. Cover that sidewall because remember in my last live when I had to go back over this nail again and again and again because I didn't get the sidewalls. So you want to make sure you're going from sidewall to sidewall now, or else you're gonna have a little patchy patch. And if you like to be patchy, then who am I to say it, honey? Or what am I? Who am I? Who am I to say anything, honey? I just know I don't want to be patchy and scratchy, okay? Anyway, got a nice clean coat, right? Right. Okay, honey bunches of oats. Okay. All right, moving on to the next nail. Now, I don't know if you all can see, I got some little strags right here. So we're going to pull those out. If you can pull them out, pull them out. And if you can't, that's totally fine. But it's better to remove those out the way as best you can, or else it will cure on that nail like that. And we don't want that, okay? We don't want that. We want everything to be nice, clean, and succinct to what the design we want to be, okay? To whatever design we want to have and whatever design we're going for. Excuse me. Yeah, I can barely talk. Okay. I talk a lot. I know y'all be like, dang, she don't hush the whole lot. I do not, because I try to make sure my girlies are slayed and laid. Okay. We ain't going to no shops in this climate, baby. I'm trusting that you all are slaying away in your own comfort of your home, baby, or in your shop, baby. Okay. Yes, honey. Cause y'all got this. Okay. Ka-ching, ka-ching, bling, bling, bling. All right. Moving on. Moving on. Okay. All right. So we're gonna go in with our last coat and then we're gonna get into the fun stuff. So while we let this dry, I'm going to show you all what thin liner brush I'm going to be using to do my French tips in white and in pink. Okay, so make sure you're getting all the way back to that cuticle. You know what I'm saying? And then go all the way to the front. Okay, because I'm telling you, it's a trick shot if you don't get it, you don't get it right. Okay, so let me show y'all what the second coat of this jelly polish is looking like. $4.99, y'all. Y'all get 6 for $4.99. I'm gonna show you what it's looking like, and then we're going to just pop it in the nail lamp, and then I'm gonna show you the actual. I'm gonna show you a few things. So this is the brand here. Let me hold it up so my girlies can screenshot. Some of my girlies like to screenshot. I like when y'all screenshot and stuff and things. Amazon Art Done Gel Polish. You get 6, okay? You get 6, okay? Screenshot, screenshot, screenshot. We good? All right. Now we're gonna move on. I got this toolbox right out of Dollar Tree. So go on down to the Dollar Tree. If you're a nail girly, it holds everything you need. Just fine, baby. Okay, ka-ching, blam, blam, blam. All right. We're gonna go in with our so this is too short, right? Because we're gonna be going in to do some nice French tips, and I don't want to use a too short of a liner brush. So I'm gonna go in with the longer liner brush that we did our nails here with, and we did our nails here with. Okay. All right. So here we go. Here, let's go ahead and put our handy dandy white on our palette. Make sure you have a palette, okay, girlies? Okay. Okay, girl, Nellies. Let me say Nellies, because men do nails, okay? They do, and they be slaying, okay? Yes. All right. Women and everybody slay, okay? I don't want to just genderize, who slay, because baby, who run the world, girls. Okay, anyway, I'm just kidding, y'all. I'm kind of kidding, but I'm not, okay? Anyway, moving on. All righty, y'all. So we're gonna put that white on this palette, and then we're gonna go in. This is the Rosalind white that we're using. Okay, so go ahead and screenshot, or you can use that Nor white that I showed you all that you can get off of Amazon as well for $4.99. You get a white and black for $4.99. All right. Then we're gonna go in with Miss Ruio because we swatched her the other day. Okay, we're gonna go in with Miss Ruio. All right, and we're gonna pop her on the palette right about here as well, so that we can get a nice coat of our um nice coat of our French tip, okay? All right, it's time to get to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, okay? I think my thing stopped, so we're gonna let it do what it do, okay? So let me show you all this one more time. It's Ruio. You can get this in a set of 6 for about $3 off of Shein. That is 6. Let me get a little closer, okay? It looks like it's saying something else, but it's MSRUIOO, okay? Shein. You see how pigmented it is? Remember, I said you only had to use one coat if you wanted to, but we're gonna go for the typical coat that we're supposed to go for, which is 2 coat. But yes, you like what you see, baby. Yes, that's what you get. Okay, all right. It ain't no illusion. It ain't no illusion. All right, moving on. All right, so we're gonna pop these out of nail, and we finna have some fun with our nail design. Okay, so I want to encourage you all to switch up your colors if you want to, or you can follow along if you want to with the same colors. I got this right here for aesthetic, so you can see what we did yesterday. And screenshot if you want to try that design. Okay. Okay. All right. We're gonna French tip 3 nails white. No, 4 nails white, and the middle nail is going to be pink. Okay, now you can do it however you want to do it. Okay, all right, but you just do it. Okay, we ain't giving up, we ain't getting in our head, we just going straight in. Okay, all right. So however you do your French tip, do it. I like to look at mine backwards ish, and then just go in and just fill in the rest of the line. So you do it however you want. Okay, But don't get flustered. Don't get upset. We have time to fix things. And the more you practice on your French tip, the better you will get. Just like with anything you do, right? Right. Okay. And if it's something you see, just clean it up. Okay. Just clean it up. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to go in a little bit more over here and just clean up that line. And then we're going to go ahead and fill that in. So you're gonna take the rest of your um time just using your brush to fill in this line, okay? Oh, my bad. All right, lovely. All right, you got it. And I hope some of y'all are, if you are near your nail art or nail desk or whatever, just follow along. Grab you a few nails or grab your nail hand and let's do it together. That way you get more and more comfortable with doing your nails and trying different designs. Okay. Like I said, I try to go for easy designs so that you all can follow along. You can do it with me and you aren't beating yourself up because you can't get it, on your own. Try it with me. If it don't feel good, try again later on, okay? But don't give up, okay? So we got a nice French tip, okay? If you want to take some off, take it off. Or if you want to add some more, add some more. But what we got to do, we actually got to fix this because you see that we got some lint in there. That is not good. We want to take our handy dandy tools. Make sure y'all go to the Amazon or Shein. I like Shein. Get you a tool like this, add a little acetone on it, and then we're going to take that out, okay? We want no lint. And you see how it just came on out? We want no lint in our nails, okay? It's going to cure that way, and then, well, I don't want your pretty faces to be upset, okay? All right, honey bunches of oats, honey bunches of oats. All right, lovely. So we just fill that in. This is where that liner brush comes in handy because you can just go back in on that side and whoop-de-doo. We got it, baby. All right, pop it in the nail lamp. You're going to keep moving on. Keep moving on, okay? This next nail, the pointer nail, will also be white, okay? So we're going to take our liner brush and go in and do the same thing and then try to get it as evenly as you can to the rest of the nails. That being said, if you go in the middle of your nail, start with your French in the middle of your nail, just go ahead and start in the middle of the next nail, or wherever your starting point is so that it can be as even as possible. But again, if you have to take it off, okay? We are not in the business of um, overlooking things and not perfecting our crafts. You are phenomenal. You can do this, okay? So here we go. All right. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna take the rest of our. Hey, lovely. Hey, how you doing? All right. We're gonna take the rest and use our brush and just fill in that gap, okay? And this is again something you can do at home. If you mess up, just clean it up, okay? You got this though. I would hate for you all to just have a passion for this and then don't fully, see it out because you're flustered with not getting something down the first, second, or third time. Like I always tell y'all in my life, hey, it might take you 200 times, and that's okay. Okay. All right. Anyway, moving on. All right. So you see that line? It's a little shaped. It's a little shaped. So we're gonna go back around just like we did on that thumbnail, and we're going to just clean up the line. Clean it up, okay? Okay. Okay. All right. And the more you practice you practice your French tips, you practice like actually doing nails and not just throwing something on a nail, the better you get, okay? So you see that French tip? We Frenched and dipped, okay, baby? Yes. All right, we're gonna pop her in the nail lamp. And because we're working with our white right now, I'm going to continue on our white the white of it all. So the middle nail will have pink, okay? I'm going to actually pop that over here so it's out of the way, okay? And so make sure you have enough of the color on the nail as well, or else, you might have to keep going back in and dipping your brush or whatever. But whatever works for you, as long as you're doing it, okay? You doing it, okay? You ain't going to no shop. You ain't paying nobody no money. You are doing it yourself, okay? Ka-ching, ka-ching. What? Bling, bling, bling. That's what we say over here, baby. Yes, ma'am. Yes, girl. Yes, man. Yes, sir. All right. And try to be as be as firm as you can with your grip so that you are, getting that line as nice and right and tight as you want, okay? And then just fill in the rest with your brush. Now, if you want to use your liner brush to fill in the nail, that's totally fine. But I find that, hey, Ladybug, I find that it's easier for us to just use the brush and, well, do what works for you, okay? Like I said, I ain't no professional. I just do good nails, you know what I'm saying? And for you all that have been on my journey with me over the past year, well, you all know. Yeah, I done seen my work, child. Okay, you done seen it, child. Okay, we have come a long way. We've come so far. Okay, yeah. Oh, it's so good to crack jokes on yourself. All right, so y'all see that area right here is looking all whoop de doo and loop de loop. Baby, fix it, Jesus. So we're gonna turn the nail around and we're gonna go ahead and what? Clean it up. Okay. Like I said, if you have your nail items near you, let's do it together. Let's try this together, okay? Try it together, okay? I'm gonna come on here soon, and we're gonna do some characters. We're gonna start back drawing, just like I did that Mr. Krabs set. I got a special set for you all to follow along too. So we're gonna do that, okay? All right. So I'm seeing that right about here, okay? I need to take some of that off, so I'm gonna get my tool and I'm going to add a little. Y'all laughing at me. I'm serious. I'm so serious, child. I ain't gonna tell you no lie, child. Y'all done seen it was janky jank back in the day. Janky jank. And y'all used to be like, oh, it's not good. No, it was not. But I sure appreciate y'all kind. Y'all was so kind. See, some of y'all were like, girl, they would not eat. And I appreciate both ways. You know what I'm saying? I do. But yeah, we didn't come so far, child. So far, so far, so far. All right. All right, so we just clean and crisp that side right there. I'm still seeing a little lumpy lump right here, so I'm just gonna clean that up just a little bit, okay? All right, your sound did not go out. Sometimes I have to hush my big old mouth and focus, focus. All right, and bam, we got it. Nice and easy and right and tight, okay? All right, pop that in the nail lamp, okay? The rest we're gonna go ahead and start pulling out. And look, we ain't thinking about it too much. We ain't thinking about it too much at all. We got one more to go, and then we're gonna do that pink. We're gonna go back in with our second coat, and then we're gonna do our pink French tip. Okay. All righty. Here we go. So um, we're gonna go right here in the middle again. And you see how I have a big old blob here? We don't want that. So I took a little bit off. And now we just gonna form the French, okay? All right. All right. All right. Looking goody in the hoodie. How y'all's looking? Run up the hearts if it's looking good. Okay. If you got your phone near and you can just press the heart real fast while you're working, go ahead and uh, click the heart, okay? All right. So here we go. We're going to take our good old brush and we're going to fill it in, okay? Fill it in. Fill in that line, okay? And then we're going to go in and crisp the line so that we can make sure everything is right and tight. Oh, we got some lint in our nail, y'all. So if you are having lint, what are we gonna do? We're gonna take that out, boo boo. Okay, come all the way down, nice even coat. Okay. All right, I'm seeing something right here, so I'm just gonna fix that line, and I hope that you all are doing the same. So just come all the way down, and if it's a little area like this area right here, you can't get with this brush, child, just use your good old. That's what they call it, you know, this type of brush for. Okay, okay, honey. Yes, liner. You can line it. Okay, all right, honey. Honey Bunches of Oats, how we doing out there? Y'all doing good? Y'all following along? For those of y'all that want to follow along, y'all good? Let me know some. Let me know that you understand. I'm hollering. Anywho, moving on. All right, so here we go. We the Frenched her, fixed her up. We're good to go. Okay, we're gonna pop it in the nail lamp. Okay, now we're gonna go in while we are on the white. So if you're working with one color, go ahead and just finish that color. So that you ain't got no issues going forward. Okay, let me do something right real quick. Like, okay, I had to plug that in, and then I thought I had the hold on, let me see. Okay, where is it? Okay, here we go. Oh, okay, here we go. I just gotta make sure my good old lamp don't go out. Okay, so make sure your lamps are plugged up, and child, you don't want your nail polish to stop to be all jank. No, we don't want it jank. All right, so how do we keep this clean? We're gonna make sure we got lint-free wipe, okay, with a little acetone on it, and we're gonna clean it up. Okay, we ain't quite there yet, because we need to make sure once we go in with our um second coat, we are cleaning up that line as well. So we're gonna go in with our second coat, and then we're going to move on. Okay, so trick to getting it nice and right and tight is getting as close as you can, and then slowly spreading the brush. Okay, slowly spreading the brush. Okay, but do whatever feels right to you. Like I said, if that liner brush feels better for you to just go in and feel your nail in, go ahead and follow whatever feels good to you, because again, ultimately is what is going to make you feel comfortable, but also make the design flow as easy and possible for you as you are working on that design. So all right, y'all, so here we go. All righty, looking goody in the hoodie. Okay, like I said, it ain't gonna be hard at all. French tips is in anything you do is, it's not that it's hard, right? It's just that we have to get out of our own mindset to say, I could do that too. Shoot, they ain't the only ones. Because I dang on sure ain't the only one, child. Okay, it's millions of beautiful nail people out there in this world, all over the world, that's doing the same thing. And trust and believe, they had to start somewhere. Okay, so get out of your head again and get into your designs and just keep going. You got this. You are phenomenal. You can do all things, and this is your time. Okay, okay, my beautiful people. Okay. All right, so we're gonna take our liner brush, and we just gonna go ahead and just clean up that line. Okay. Okay. All right, lovelies. Honey bunches of oats. Honey bunches of oats. Yeah, I got this. All right, and you see how I'm just cleaning up that line? Because see how we got close to it, but we ain't feel it all the way in. We couldn't feel it all the way in, right? So we just gonna take our time, okay? It's not a race. It's not a race. Like I always tell y'all, if it's gonna be on your mental and you're like, just go ahead and pop on some press ons, throw on some stickers, and keep going. Okay, that's easy. That's easy for you, okay? But if you got the patience and you do want to elevate in your craft, then just do what I'm doing. Reassure yourself that this is my pace. God has blessed me with this talent and gift, and I cannot give up on me. Okay, I can't give up on me. So tell yourself, I will not give up on me. Okay. All right, lovely. All right, there we go, lovely. Look at that. You did a beautiful job. All right. All right, honey bunches of oats. We're gonna pop that in the nail lamp, and we're gonna move on. Okay, we're gonna go in with this second coat. Okay. All right. Hey, Jessica. Hey, lovely. All right. So we're going in with this second coat. Like I said, get as close as you can and spread, okay? Close as you can and spread, but make sure you're going in the same direction, okay? If you have to turn the nail, turn the nail. But one thing we ain't doing, we ain't getting flustered, we ain't getting upset. We still have that liner brush in our hand or on the side of us. That's what's going to tell and determine the story at the end, okay? Do not, this is not the time for your beautiful selves to get flustered, okay? You know, nails is too high up in the shop, child. It's too high up in this shop, baby. I would rather you do it at the comfort of your home. Okay, even if you gotta sit on the couch by yourself, okay? All right, honey. All right, honey bunches of oats, taking our liner brush. And we're going to just go in and what? Slowly perfect that line. And honestly, you don't need to add a whole lot, if any, nail polish because, like I said, is if you've gotten close to that line, then baby, this brush you going in, this brush is gonna do what it needs to do. Okay. Okay, lovelies, you got these honey bunches of oats, honey bunches of oats. Okay, all right, and there we go. All right, and again, your work is not meant to look like anyone else's. Okay, it's not. So I see I went down just a little too much, so I'm going to clean that up. Okay, so I'm going to take my handy dandy tool, and we're just going to clean up this area right here. Make sure you are rolling this tool so that you don't have any of those strays. You see how we condense those strays? Yes, ma'am. Yes, girl. All right. So we're just gonna clean that up right there. We went down a little too much. And then, okay, we took away just enough, but we gotta still clean it up, okay? Sometimes you have to do it. Sometimes you have to do it. But this is how you again you elevate. Elevate. Okay? Elevate yourself. Okay? You got these. I'm telling you, you do. Telling you, you do. If I can do it, child, child, listen now. I said, listen, honey. Listen, honey, honey, honey. Okay? All right. And don't get me wrong, there will be times where you're like, man, this is not working. And that's totally fine. Pivot. Pivot. Come back to it if you have to. But just to not try it because it's too hard, quote unquote, for you, that's not what we're doing. You too phenomenal and too dang talented to be sitting up there giving up on you. I ain't gonna let you do it. I ain't gonna let you do it. I sure ain't. I sure ain't. Some people like, who she think she is, baby. I know who I am. Do you? Okay, I'm trying to help you, boo. Okay, boo boo. No, in all seriousness, no, I do believe in y'all. I really do. You know, we all need that one person to give us that motivation, and inspiration to say, okay, I got this. It's gonna be a long journey ahead, but I can do this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not good at doing a lot of characters, drawing a lot, but that's what I started out with. I wasn't good at doing acrylic nails, but I done got great at it. Not as I haven't gotten perfect, but I done got great at it. I'm gonna say great because I'm gonna say good. I'm not gonna say great at it because I still have, that hump to get to greatness. But I've become pretty good at it. You know what I'm saying? But y'all go back to them videos when I first started. I ain't gonna lie to you, baby. It's a journey. It is, but you gotta be willing to take that ride, okay? Take that ride, okay? Ride, Sally, ride, okay? Anyway, moving on. Okay, so we got her filled in, okay, lovelies, and we're going to just go in and clean that nail. We still doing good with the white on the liner brush, so we're gonna evenly and slowly, and get as close as you can, okay? Get as close as you can and just start rolling and roll the nail if you have to, child. Roll it around, child. Put the mother fingers to work. Roll it, roll it. I am funny. Whew. Moving on. Anywho. All right. All right, lovelies. All right, honey bunches of oats. So we just cleaned up this line, and I'm going a little slower because I'm seeing that I need to just make sure that this line is nice and right and tight as possible. By adding just the smallest little extra touch to it, okay? Because sometimes we can get close to these lines and then see, I need to add just a little bit here, a little bit there, and so we will. So I actually accidentally touch the side of this nail, but that's okay. We're gonna add a little acetone to our handy dandy stick. It's the smallest little bit. I don't even know if you all can see it, but it's right here. So I'm gonna just actually just wipe that off and move on. Okay. It's gone. Okay. And you can do the same thing. All right. All right, lovely. We're going to pop her in the nail lamp. We have one more to go. One more to go. So that's what the white is looking like. Look at that. Two coats. We took our time, slowed it down. I don't give a dang if it did take us 30 minutes to do all these. That's what it takes. Sometimes it take you longer than that, okay? And that's totally fine. But we ain't giving up. Again, we doing what? We doing it ourselves. We shining bright, shining far. Don't be shy, be a star. Oh, we shout out to Life Size. Anyway, moving on. If you know, you know. All right, anyhow. All right, so we're gonna go in with our second coat here. Okay. And so I did go over that line just a little bit, but that's okay. I'm gonna show you all very shortly here where I went over and how much I went over, okay? And so when it comes to your pinky nail, honestly, don't even try to fill in if you don't want to. Don't even try to go in, with this brush all the way on the side. Just use your liner brush. Oh, thank y'all for the hearts, lovelies, honey bunches of oats. Honey bunches of oats. All right. All right, so right here at the end of my nail, I don't know if you all can see right there. We got some lint in there. That's no good. Um, take it out, okay? Take it out, okay? Take it out. Take it out, okay? So we got it out, okay? All right. If you can, just use your lint-free white with a little acetone on it, okay? Don't do what I just did, to be more professional or whatever. And I'm being serious, like be as professional as you can, even with yourself, okay? Because people are gonna take you serious, more serious than not when they see you be just more, you know, organized and intentful and intentional with how you handle your nails and if you're doing tutorials like this, you know what I'm saying? But some of y'all been rocking with me for a long time, so y'all done seen me do stuff and it's like, okay, this, and you know what I'm saying? That is just me. But that don't mean you do. You do what I do. Be better than me, okay? Be better, okay? All right, honey. All right. All right. That's some real stuff right there. That's some real stuff right there. Oh, it does speak James. I think I did. Could take a chance. Blah, blah, blah. All right. Anyway, moving on. All right. So you see how how I went over the line right there? I went over a little bit too, y'all. Not too much, but I went over it enough to where I'm going to have to go in and clean this line, and I might just have to um, redo this area right here, and that's totally fine. But you want to make sure you're cleaning that off, and don't worry, this would not be on my nail. This is something that was on my little my oh, look at that. Oh my god. No, this is on my little nails nail stand thingamajig. Or I can't even think of what to call these, y'all. My mind going blank, y'all. I'm trying to make sure my girlies get it down. Okay, especially y'all that are following along in the comfort of your own home. Okay, and see how we just cleaned it up. All right, we just cleaned it up. Okay, don't worry about this blue. Like I said, this is a part of the stand. Okay, the nail stand. Okay, all right, lovely. There we go. We're gonna pop that in the nail lamp. Now it's time to clean the brush. Be sure you are cleaning your brush before you move on. Focus on one color at a time. And then, yeah, just like I said, be more intentional, um, impactful, and intentional with your craft. Okay, you can do this. Okay, but I want you to always have some type of system to where it's not overwhelming you, and you ain't like I gotta do this nail, this nail, this nail. Like, no, you got this. Okay. All right, we're gonna use this same liner brush. Go in with our pink. Okay, our Miss Ruio. That's Miss MSRUIOO. Okay, we're gonna go in there. Okay, and so we're gonna start right here like we did the rest of them. Okay, all right, and so we're gonna give it a nice little curve, and I'm using my fingers to curve this line. Okay, all right, lovely. So then we're gonna do the same thing over here. Okay, and if you have to add a little bit more color to your liner brush, please do. Please do. Okay, Please do. Okay. And then we're going to fix that line a little bit more because we see it didn't go all the way down like we wanted to. But that's okay. We're going to just perfect that line a little better. Okay. Okay. All right. And then we're going to um go in and add the rest of the color. Okay, so this is the color that I'm using here. Like I said, y'all, this brand is a good brand. It's my first time using this brand off of Shein, and y'all, I think I've been sleeping on this brand and I didn't even know about it, y'all. So did I really sleep on, or did I just not know? you know, one would beg to differ. Anyway, moving on. Okay, anyhow, I'm filling in the nail. Okay, I'm seeing a little lint, and I don't want that. Okay, you see that? No, ma'am. No good. No good. No good. Okay, take it out. And I tell y'all that each time I see something in my nail, because again, I just want to continuously remind you, it's just like our teachers used to teach us in school, and our parents teach us, and grandparents teach us. They had to say stuff about 100,000 times before we got it. Well, y'all gotta say it 111 times so y'all know that it's a no go. I mean, if you want to cure it in your nails, by all means, yes. But just imagine you trying to slay your nails. You done slayed all your nails, get down to the last one, and bam, it's just full of lint and debris. Well, I tried to tell you, tried to told you, honey. Anyway, all right, moving on. Here we go. We're just filling in this nail, okay? And then we're gonna go ahead and just clean it up, okay? That's a beautiful pink, y'all. That is so pretty. I like that pink. That's cute. Not a pink girl, y'all know I'm a yellow girly at heart, but I like looking at the pinks. That'd be cute and stuff and things, okay? As I use a light pink extension gel polish each time I use. Anyway, move on, girl. I know, y'all. Y'all don't tell me. Don't come down on me. All right, so we just perfecting this line. All right. So we just going back and forth and back and forth. All right. Oh yes. Get nice and even, just like I want it. Okay. Take your time. Take your time. I'm telling you, we don't say that in vain for those of us that do nails and really know what it's like to go through the various phases of trying to make sure that smile line is nice and right. No, we don't. All right, so I'm gonna just clean this little area up right here. Okay. Um, just because it's a little lower than the rest of them, and and two is just a little bit. It's the smallest amount, but if you see something, fix it right then and there. Okay, seriously, especially before you put it in a nail lamp. Cause baby, once it's cured, baby, you're gonna be sawing it off. All right. And bam, that's it. That's all. Looking goody in the hoodie, honey bunches of oats. Y'all got it? Okay. All right, we're gonna pop it in the nail lamp, okay? Okay, honey bunches of oats. All right. Got that one looking goody in the hoodie, okay, with that second coat. All right, it is blooming. We're blooming into spring, right? So why not use a blooming polish, okay? We're gonna use our Exagi, my favorite brand. I have to say it every live, don't I? I just really do. I love this brand so much. All right, Exagi blooming polish, but use whichever one you want, okay? And we're going to go in with our design, okay? Now, you want to take your time and when you do your bloom, it's nice and bloomish and bloomy, okay? But do what work for you, baby. Okay, wee. All right. What I'm gonna do is then I'm also going to be adding a flower to this. We're gonna add a little bit of jewels, gold jewels to it that we have right here on my nail, to this nail set. And yeah, you do what feels best to you, but this is what I'm going for, okay? All righty. But before we move on, what are we going to do? We're going to focus on one nail at a time and one color at a time. Okay, it really does make all the difference when you're focused on one and one. Okay, it really does. Okay, that way you don't get distracted, side, whatever. You don't forget to go in with a second coat. No, just focus on one thing at a time, and you got this. Okay. All right, lovelies. We're going in with our second coat. All right, you see that spread? Yes, ma'am. And get a nice little bit of that polish on there. You see what I'm saying? Get close to that line as you can. Just drive it in there. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. All right, lovelies. Okay. This one is big enough to where we can go in with just a little bit. But then again, you're still going to be cleaning it up uh with your liner brush, okay? All right. Now, I'm going to add just a little bit with to my liner brush, and then we're going to perfect this line, okay? Because it is the second coat, okay? All righty. So I got just the smallest little bit on there, okay? All right. And then we're going to go from side wall to side wall, nice and slowly. And if you got to shut your mouth like me, shut your mouth. For real. Moving on. All righty, lovelies. And you see, we got a nice smooth coat. Okay. And then we're just gonna, blend everything so that it don't look like a fat line. You know what I'm saying? Like it looks blended and stuff. And you're gonna get as close to the line as possible and then just blend the rest. Okay. And that does make a difference in your nails. Seriously. Like I do a lot of, facetiousness, but I be so serious because I want y'all to be great at this. Seriously, I ain't even at my peak. You know what I'm saying? But I just always try to come on here and literally walk y'all through step by step, that the steps that I take and I think are applicable to what you can do. You know what I'm saying? So, yes. So, yeah. All right, lovely. And then if you feel like you just can't get it, what's the catalyst of you downing yourself? You have to find that out. Why am I feeling this way? Why am I feeling like just cannot get this when I know I can? I'm God's child. You know what I'm saying? Because you can do it. I'm telling y'all, nothing is too hard at all. Nothing. Nothing. Hell, if we want to pick up a truck, well, I ain't gonna say I can pick up a truck, but okay, maybe I'm just exaggerating a little bit. But not in all seriousness. If you're doing nails, nothing is too hard, okay? Nothing, sweetheart. It's just time. Time and patience. Okay? All right, lovelies. I think I'm pretty satisfied. Hold on. Yes, now I'm pretty satisfied with my good old French tip, okay? I'm pretty satisfied. Side wall to side wall. We're going to pop her in the nail lamp and then we're going to move on, okay? And this is the nail. The middle nail will also have a flower. Now it's time to clean our brush, add a little acetone to that lint-free nail wipe, okay? Clean off that brush and we're going to put everything back in its spot, in its paste. Now, if you have some brushes that are just laying around, go ahead and go to Dollar Tree so that you can get one of these containers. Not all Dollar Trees have the same thing. I understand that, but there are some compacts like this in some form. Go check the school owl, but I got this off of the nail owl actually. So believe it or not, but yeah. All right, here we go. Moving on. Now it's time to have fun. All right, now we're gonna blossom the nail. Okay. So we're gonna do a little blossom, and then we're gonna do a little polka dot, you know. Yes, she wore a itsy bitty teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini. All right, anyway, we're gonna get a little bit of this blooming polish here, and so we're gonna bloom the thumb and the ring finger, but you do whatever fingers you want, okay? But let's go in with a nice even coat. Try not to go over that smile line, but if you do, just clean it up, okay? But get a nice coat. You don't have to put a whole blob of this on there, okay? You need just enough so that the bloom can do what it needs to do, okay? But get as close to that smile line as you can because again, you might want this bloom polish to go, you know, as close or again over the line if that's what you want or whatever. So now we're going to go in with our handy dandy pointing tool. Get you a pointer, okay? Double header or no double header, whatever works for you. We're going to go in with that same Miss Ruio pink because we're going to keep the aesthetic nice and the same. And then we're going to just do we're just going to bloom. Actually, I'm going to go in with the bigger side. Yeah, I'm going in with the bigger side, okay? For this nail in particular, okay? All right, so I'm going to just add just a little bit. Literally, a little goes a long way, okay? All right, all right, all right, all right. Do whatever type of bloom design you want to do, okay? For real. Do whatever feels good to you, okay? I'm just going in with some little dots or whatever because I know that it's gonna spread, like the sea child in just a second. But mainly, I just want to make sure that I get, you see it spreading already? I want to get the main perimeter of the nail so that it can, give it a nice bloom illusion, okay? And you can use your bigger side, your smaller side of your brush, whatever feels right to you, okay? All right. All right. And you see it blooming? That's so cute, right? Right. You can do this too, lovelies, okay? Get you some blooming polish off of Amazon or Shein. Shein is that's the one for me. But anyway, and then do what you need to do, okay? I'm going to go ahead and pop it in the nail lamp here in about 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 second because I don't want that to connect, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just pop it in the nail lamp. And then for your blooming polishes, I say go ahead and just for my nail lamp because it be tripping or whatever sometimes, child. I ain't even gonna lie to you, child. Anyway, move on. I just pop it in there for a good 90 seconds. 90 seconds. All right. So here we go. We're gonna bloom this nail too, because we're gonna have two blooming nails. Hold on, y'all. My feet is cold. I got a heater. Yeah, if y'all know anything about me, child, I be cold. It can be hot outside, baby. I'm still if the wind blow too hard, I'm cold. I'm cold. Okay. Anyway, move on. All right. So same thing here. You know, try not to go over the line unless you want that you want that bloom to go over that nail line, but get as close as you can to that smile line and all around the perimeter of the French, okay? All right, we're gonna do the exact same thing to this nail, okay, lovely? Yes, we got some hearts, we got some let's celebrate. We having a celebration. Love to stay fly. Okay. Yes. Shout out to the people, my honey bunches of oats. Okay. I flip my tool to the smaller side because this is like a smaller, just a little bit smaller nail for the pointer or whatever. So, but still, I'm going to go in with a nice bit here and then just do the exact same thing as I did on the other nail. Okay. All right. All right, we're gonna put just a little bit, add just a little bit more to this one. Okay. All right, lovelies. We're doing the exact same thing, okay? Now you do whatever feels right for you, but this is it for me. I'm trying to keep it as even as possible, right? To the other nail. Okay. All right. All right, lovelies. So you see it blooming? And if you want it the exact same way in the bloom or whatever, then, make sure you're doing it the same way. But if you don't mind it looking a little bit slightly different, but almost the same, then go ahead and just do what feels right to you. Okay. All right. Five, four, three, two, and one. We're gonna pop her in the nail lamp, and then we're going to move on to our next design. Okay. Now we're gonna get into the polka dots of it all. Okay. And this is how the thumbnail turned out. How you liking it? Y'all like it? Run up the hearts. Give me some celebrate. Let's celebrate. Okay, let's celebrate again. Let me know if y'all liking it. It's so cute to me. Like I said, it's spring summer. Spring summer in Sheree Whitfield voice. Spring summer. Oh wait, I am tickled. That girl said she coming out with her design spring summer. Anyway, move on. All right, now I'm going to do some polka dots along the way. No blooming polish, no blooming polish. And then we're going to do we're going to add our gold aesthetic to the nail, okay? All righty. So, here we go. All right. So, I'm just going to go in here. Okay. So, I just got it going on the side here. Okay. And then I actually am gonna have to use the liner brush. Well, not for this one, but for the next one. Okay, here we go. All right, so we got our polka dots on this side. Let's do our polka dots on this side, okay? I'm gonna make them just a slight bigger right here, but again, this is where the fun and the artiste of your nails come in, okay? Okay, you like that? It's simple and easy. I mean, if you want to add one more, let's add one more. Actually, no, let's not add one more, okay? But then I'm gonna do. Actually, I like it like that. I like it like that. I said I like it like that. You better believe me when I tell you, okay? All right. Got some laughter. I know that's right, lovelies. Y'all know we gonna have fun over here. All right, so we're gonna keep this one like that because then we're gonna add our gold jewels, here and on the back of here, and then we're gonna let this do what it does. Nothing too crazy, but do whatever feels right to you. You better believe me when I tell you, my lovelies. Yes, my honey bunches of oats is laughing out there, baby. Y'all are some beautiful people. Okay, all right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right, I did it wrong, but not really. I'm tripping. I'm not tripping, but I'm tripping a little bit. All right, so we're gonna do instead of four like we did on that nail, we're gonna do three right here. Because this nail is smaller. So I'm cool with just doing three right here, right? And then we're gonna do two right here again, okay? Just so you all can get the aesthetic down. I really wish I had to chose another cause see how that blue is gonna throw y'all off. That's not on my nail. Actually, let me see. There we go. Boom. All right. There we go. All right, there we go right there. Okay? You like that? Coda, please. Y'all know y'all dog nephew be acting crisis sometimes. All right. Actually, I'm gonna add one more. The smallest little bit right there. I'm getting, a little fancy. All right. Very small. Like barely dotted though. You see what I'm saying? Barely dotted. You know, like big, b- small, smaller, smallest. You know what I'm saying? We doing it right now. Okay. All right, lovelies. We're gonna pop this in the nail lamp. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna draw. We are gonna draw on this nail here. All right. Um, Let me see. Which side do I want to draw it on? All right, I think I draw it right here. Oh yeah, this is cute. This is so cute. Okay, y'all like that? So what I did was I just drew. Can y'all even see it? I just drew the smallest little aesthetic right here on the side here. You all don't have to do that, but I want to fill in this spot just a little bit more. And so I just started here and then just drew my little almost zebra print like we have here, okay? Just to fill in that spot, right? But still we have the polka dots and we're still going to add the gold aesthetic here, okay? All right. Popping that back in, actually, before we pop it in the lamp, let's just go ahead and fill in our second coat of the polka dots. Because one thing you have to do is sometimes people feel like, okay, one coat is enough. No, you need to go in with the second coat of your polka dots. Or, I mean, to each their own. Who am I? To each their own. Okay? Period, point the blank. Okay, anyway, moving on. All right, so here we go. All right, lovely. So we went in with our second coat here. Okay, looking goody in the hoodie. Once we add our gold aesthetic here, you all will definitely like this a little bit better. I'm sure. I'm sure of it. Just trust me. Trust me. All right, spring, summer, spring, summer. Oh, we moving on. All right, lovely. So we're going in with our second coat of polka dots on our pinky. Okay. And very little because we got a small, small, small one right here. So very small, just a light dot, like toop, like we dot somebody out, like boop, like quick and fast. You know, no, please don't dot nobody out, please. We do not condone violence. Okay, all right, here we go, right here. All right, lovelies, popping that back in the nail lamp. We're gonna let that go for about 60 seconds. Now it's time to get into our next part. All right. So before I put everything away, because you know we like to keep everything clean and things around here, we're going to go ahead and show you all what all we used it today. So again, this is the blooming polish by Exagi. This is about what, 15 milliliters again. So you can see like this brand has different types of milliliters or whatever. Some, bottles are larger or smaller than the others, but I'm telling you, you get a little bit more bang for your buck because this one is 10 milliliters, this one is 15. Okay. So, to each their own. I like the brand. All right. So, screenshot. We got Miss Rulio for the pink. Okay. We got Rosalind for the white. Okay. And then we got Art Done for the base coat. Okay. All righty, lovely. So, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you all that I'm going to put everything away right now. Okay. And then we're going to move on. Okay. All right, we still got to design the nails, so yeah. Uh-oh, for my girlies that want to screenshot and try this out, go ahead and do what you do. I'm going to move this stuff out of your way. How about that? All right, so go ahead and screenshot this one if you want to try that design. It ain't nothing too fancy, I ain't saying it like that, but I'm just saying in case you want to try it out on your own nails, please, by all means, do what you do. Do what you do. I don't mind. I like when y'all do that. Okay? All right. So next we got. All right. Yeah, I'm cold. When I say I'm cold, 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 cold. All right. Next we got to put this up. I like to keep the white on my desk. But then we gonna put this Ruio back. Alright. Alright, now we go in with our gel, solid gel. Okay. And we're going to add our stones. I'm going to add our stones. I need to go in with a second coat of this right here real quick. Alright. Hold on, let me see. Let's do our second coat. Alright. So there go our second coat of the design. Let me get a little closer. Alright. Okay. We're going to pop this in the nail lamp for 60 seconds and then we're going to move on. Alright. Now we get into our handy dandy flower. So y'all going to help me pick a flower. Okay. Alright. Yes, y'all are. I said it. I sure did. Alright. So I like these flowers right here for certain designs. And I got these off of Shein for y'all back in the gap. I'm serious, y'all. Y'all laughing at me. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. I sure did. I sure did. I sure did. I sure did need y'all. Yep, I sure did. I needed y'all. Help. We help me. All right, anyway, moving on. All right, y'all. So this is the design right here. So we see, y'all can see we got a white. Okay, so this the design right here. So y'all see it, right? This up and close. So let me see. All right. So here are the pinks. Uh-oh. So y'all like this one? So tell me, this is number 11. So this is number 11. That's what I like too about these flowers is because they are numbered. So I'm gonna shout out the numbers so you all can see, and then y'all gonna let me know in the comments. So this is number 11. Should I put number 11 on there? Should I put number 6 on there? I'm thinking y'all gonna say, number 9 on there. I'm thinking y'all gonna say number 9 though. Number 9 on there. Okay. Number 3 on there. That's number 3. Or number 1 on there. So number 11. This is number 11. Number 9. Now these things are, I like these. So it's just like, they are like on there. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me switch my headphones. Okay. I ain't on that to call you know. Can y'all hear me? Y'all can hear me okay? Let me know. Okay, yeah, now y'all can hear me okay. Alright, so here we go. Right here. So there we go. Which one? Maybe he did say it to you. Alright, 7. I think what I got there from was cool. I think we're gonna go with, I think I know. Because I know sometimes y'all just like to watch versus, talk back to me. That's okay. We're gonna go with number 9, lovelies. I hear you, brain. I hear you thinking. Put your head and stuff. Alright, here we go. So I think that goes perfect with this design. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add a little bit of this rhinestone glue. Okay, from a cart, or you can get some off of Shein, like I always say, for $2. You know what I'm saying? The smaller. So I'm getting a nice little bit of the gel on here, and then I'm going to add the tool, the jewel. But okay, this is something to note because sometimes we just kind of let, if a little bit gets right there, we just kind of move on. No, you do not want to move on with the gel polish. The gel glue just dangling on the nail, or else it's going to harden that way. Okay, so we don't want that. Okay, all right, lovely. So we're gonna pop her right here. Actually, see, I like it like that. Let me show y'all. Y'all like that? Y'all like that? Ain't that so cute? Run up the hearts and stuff and things if you like. that. Okay. All right. And then I'm gonna pop this in the nail lamp. Okay. Now we gotta go in with our gold accents. Okay. Gold jewels. Okay. So I'm gonna go in with the same ones we got right here. Okay. And don't come for me, y'all. I do have some jewels that do not, come with all this combination jumping on. But these are the ones that I'm going to use that come with the black flower. Okay. All right, lovely. All right. So here we go. All right. So you can place yours wherever you want to place yours. But this is where I'm going to place mine. Okay. We're going to go back in with that glue. Okay. We're going to go right here. All right. And then we're going to go just back here. Okay. And he coming in memory over the phone. That's good. All right, y'all. Here we go. What? Boom. So we're gonna take a dotting tool, add just one or two right here. Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. The way my man was telling the story, so many words he's saying. Y'all take that off. Y'all kill. Okay. You always calling out and asking what. See how I spread it? You don't want to spread that. You don't want to spread that here. Okay. So then you're gonna put one right here. And then you're going to go ahead and add one more right here. Or you can add three. Whichever one you want. However many you want. This is where I'm adding mine. Okay? I'm on that cue. That ain't your mom. Alright. So here we go right here. I think I'm just gonna add two. Two is more appropriate. You know what I'm saying? So there we go. Let's add two right here to give it a little bit more pizzazz and zhuzh. Okay, but do whatever works for you, child. This is just what I got going. Okay. Alrighty, I like that. Y'all like that? I think I'm gonna add it a little bit more, like over here to the corner. No, you know what I'm saying? The corner. Every time he talks to us, right there. Okay. There we go. All right, lovely. So we're gonna pop that in the nail lamp, and then we're gonna move on. Okay. So we got that right there. Here's what the flower looks like on the actual nail. And then we're gonna move on to this one right here. Okay. All right. Then one more right here. Okay. All right. So here we go. Y'all ready? You know, you want to use your dotting tool, dot it right there. Pick up two. Or one, however many you want to do. And then add it to the actual nail, okay? All right, there we go. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and cure it, okay? I'm going to go ahead and cure the nail, okay? All right, we're going to cure it. And like I said, you don't have to add these jewels if you don't want to, but I did just to give it a little bit more zhuzh or whatever. All right, so once they come out of the nail lamp, I'm going to show you all what it looks like before. Uh-oh. Child, I done dropped the doggone jewels. Here we go. All right. All right, lovelies. Oh, yeah. This is cute. So like I said, spring, summer, this is it. This is for you, okay? All right, lovelies. So here we go. Y'all like that? I'm going to get closer, one by one, okay? All right, here we go. All righty. Y'all liking that so far? Let me back it up. Y'all like it? All right, this is before we top coat it. Now, if you wanted to add a little glitter to it, you can, but I'm just going to go in with my regular old smegular Macart, okay? All right. All right, lovelies. if I have you, you're gonna see me hop and skip from each nail just to put a dot on there to start the nail. With the top coat. But yeah, here we go. All right, oh yeah, all right. Make sure you're covering that jewel with the top coat as well, so that you know it shimmers. You know, it shimmers and it's in glam. Okay, with that top coat. Okay, and you're gonna get all in the crevices. Right, here we go. There we go. Right there. All right. Now, then we're gonna top coat this nail, and then that's why I say you see how it's just easy breezy, nothing is coming off with that blooming polish because we cured it for 90 seconds. You know, sometimes 60 seconds just doesn't do it for me. So, you know, but some people got better lamps than I do too. So, all right, lovelies. I'm gonna show y'all what it looks like. Real quick, like. Before the lamp, this is with the top coat on it. Y'all liking it? Run up the hearts. Let me know. Let me know that you understand. All right, and then we're gonna pop that in the nail lamp. All right. While we got that going, I'm gonna go ahead and pop this back up here from yesterday's live. Okay. Go ahead and screenshot if you want to. This is just a junk nail, so not junk, but whatever jewels you want to add to your nail, go ahead and do it. But I just made it real fun, so I'm gonna go up close. Okay, yeah, that chain sets it off. I call this one Coco Chanel. You know, yeah, say you love me and Coco Chanel. Yeah, don't come for my singing, but anyway, move on. All right. So yeah, there we go. So make sure y'all screenshot. Please try this and tag me, okay? I literally thought of this on a whim. Literally, y'all. This was a freestyle set, and y'all know I love me some stiletto pumps in the club, so why not? Why not? All right, we're gonna go ahead and pop this out of the nail lamp here, and so I'm gonna show you all what the final results look like. As we do that, let me show you all one more time what the flowers look like in case you all want to see the flowers. Got these off of Shein. Shein comes with every color you need. My favorite, all the way down to the green girlies, the blue girlies, the green and blue and yellow girlies, you know, purple girlies, pink girlies. You know what I'm saying? So Shein, okay? Shein. Actually, Dollar Tree. No, Shein. But Dollar Tree have these too. All right, lovelies. Y'all ready for the review? Here we go. Do y'all like these? I know some of you probably like it without the gold, but either way, how y'all feeling about these? Let me know. I'm gonna post these as well, but let me know how y'all like them. Do y'all like them? Ka-ching, ka-ching, bling, bling, bling. Are we ka-chinging, ka-chinging? Give me some, run up the hearts in there, okay? Be sure to screenshot too. I'm holding it up here just a little bit more. And then we're gonna go one by one, okay? Thank you, y'all. Try to make sure y'all can see it, okay? Can y'all see it, okay? Run up the hearts. Let me know. Thumbs up or something. All right, so this is boom. We did this design on here, added a flower here, boom, and then just did a quick design there, okay? It's something that you all probably have seen before or not, you know, but I'm pretty sure y'all have seen this before. But yeah, easy to do. Nothing on this live was hard, right? And y'all did it with me right, because y'all are phenomenal, right? And y'all gonna continue to chase and do all the things that you need to do with your dreams and goals. And that entails not giving up, right? Right. Y'all got this. Beautiful people. My honey bunches of oats. All right, honey bunches of oats. I'm going to get out of here. I hope y'all enjoyed this live. Be sure to share it. Hope you all come on back later on. I will be doing another set. Okay, we're going to draw this tonight. I think I'm going to draw tonight. And I'm going to go ahead and draw that special person that I told y'all I was going to draw from Nickelodeon. So Let me know who y'all think it is, okay? It's not SpongeBob. We're not gonna do SpongeBob. We're gonna do somebody else from Nickelodeon. Football head, okay? That's your hint. All right, lovelies. All right, my beautiful honey buzzers of oats. You got this. You're phenomenal. God is with you always. You can do anything you put your mind to, okay? All right, my beautiful people. I'll see y'all later on tonight, okay, lovelies? Don't forget to say your prayers. I'm out. Bye.